Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to share with you something from one of my real life seminars recently. This is real good raw footage. What successful businesses do. I home in on what dentists do, what McDonald's, the big M do, and why they're so successful. So if you're a business owner or a leader of a company, you need to watch this video. Hit it. It's people like Richard Branson that's, say, yeah, we're going to start an airline and we're going to be transatlantic. We're going to fly out to space. Like they say what's going to happen. They come up with a war plan. They tell you their war plan. Other people tell you their battle plan. Most human beings tell you about all the battles they're fighting. And I just think, boring! Tell me your war plan. What is it you're trying to build? And that's why, it's ingrained into me, because we still have battles to fight in our businesses. Oh yeah, we have the battles to fight. But I try and make sure all the battles that we're fighting meet our war plan. So what's Partyman's war plan? I'm going to share it with you right now. I want us to be a £15 million turnover business with a £2.5 million EBITDA, which is a way of saying profit, in the next, we was working to a 5-year plan. We've got about 12 months to go. Now, it might take us an extra 12, 18 months to do it, but it's not going to take us an extra 20, 30 years to do it like most people do, because we put a credible finish date on when we want it to be achieved by. And we document it. It's documented into a 5,000 word document, like a book. So, the reason I write books is not to make Jeff Bezos a few more pounds. It's because it gets my thoughts onto paper and puts it into like a contract with myself to make sure we're doing this stuff that we say we're going to be doing. It's another reason why I do all these videos and do all this stuff, because I want to make sure the stuff that I'm teaching we're actually doing in our business. Because guess what? We're all human beings. We all get our minds distracted and go off course every now and then. Being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, the biggest problem that you have as a business owner is this. This is what your decision looks like on a daily basis. You're here and you're meeting all these different directions that you can go in. Why I love regulated businesses like day nurseries, this is the sort of situation you're in. You come here and you get a decision and go, well, if you make that decision and Ofsted don't like it, we'll just close you down. If you do something that's not allowed, we'll just close you down. Solicitors, accountants, dentists, regulated businesses, people don't want to do it because, oh my God, there's all the paperwork, the red lines, the authority that's in charge here stop us from going into it. Less people go into it because it's regulated. But actually, I think that's a great thing. Makes it a higher barrier to entry. And why are those businesses so much more successful? Because they've got vision and end in mind. You go and be a dentist, you're really at education when you're learning to be a dentist, sort of given the vision of what you're going to earn and what your practice is going to look like, where you're going to buy all the stuff for your dentist from, how much the price is in that market. And the more we can make our businesses regulated, the better it's going to be. So let's think about a business that is really regulated but could be so unregulated. It's a business that begins with and ends in McDonald's. McDonald's, completely unregulated. Anyone in this room really could start a business and copy McDonald's this year. You could all go out and sell burgers and fries and fizzy drinks. That business will be more regulated than any Ofsted registered school, any dentist or anything that you can think of. You pay £2.5 million in the UK for a McDonald's franchise, which is basically operations manual that will tell you how to do it and a certificate to say that you can use their brand. Plus you're going to pay them a royalty going forward. When you take on that franchise, what do McDonald's tell you? They say, this is what the restaurant will make this year. This will be your average customer value. This is how many staff you'll need. This is exactly how you're going to cook it, to which temperature at what times. You cannot deviate from the plan. You can't just say, hey, let's put chicken coq au vin on the menu and see if someone buys it. Which is really, when you're an entrepreneur and you're the judge, jury and executioner, you're more this. Rather than you can't make any decisions. You're not regulated, you're unregulated. And so what I've tried to do in our business is put check and balance via senior team, really. So some of my senior team are here today. They've turned up, so I've got to be careful what I say. But we check and balance ourselves. I make sure that it's a democracy. What I like to call a good business is it's run under what I call democratic dictatorship. Not dictatorship and not democracy, but democratic dictatorship. You see a great school with a really good head teacher is run under what I call democratic dictatorship. So there's an element of democracy, but there's someone that makes a decision at the end of the day. Why do people get stressed out working for governments like one of these big organisations like the NHS? Is because every 5 years, the dictatorship element, which would be the Prime Minister part, changes every 5 years. So everyone's like, oh, what's going on? There's no end in mind. There's no vision. We don't really know what's going to happen because are we going to be red or are we going to be blue? And then mixed in the middle of that, you've got the local elections, and that's why everyone gets stressed out working in local government, because there's so many pushes and pulls all the time. Now, when you've got a business and you're the business owner and you're thinking long term, you've got the element of dictatorship, so everyone knows, well, this is what wants to be achieved. But if it's too much like that, then you don't pull people with you, do you? So democratic dictatorship is how I try and run our businesses. In reality, you know, our business is really run by our management team now. I just, you know, dive in and every now and then, and hardly ever do I say I want this to be done like that. But there is, at the end of the day, someone will say, no, this is the way we're going to go. Now, if it's wrong, it's wrong. But that's the way we're going to go. So movement forward goes ahead. And this is just what most people don't know. They haven't got it written down. They have not got it written down. They don't know what the end looks like. They have no real vision for the business, and they don't share this enough. They do not share this enough, and I've forced myself to create systems like via doing it videos. You know, we've got 11 different locations all around the country. Now, what's some of my team, the 400 people that watch my videos, or some of them that work for me that watch our videos, at least get to know where I want to take the business and pick up little snippets of it. So you've got to be able to share this vision that you have for the business. Who does this really well? Religions and schools and armies do this really well. Schools have got this so good. They said, right, we're going to have an assembly every Monday, Wednesday and Friday to share with the students what we expect of them. And then we'll do it next week and the week after and the week after. They've created a system to share the vision continually. What happens is people start a business and they tell their wife, they tell their family, we're going to start a business, it's going to be great, this is what's going to happen, we're going to have more holidays, more money, more time, it's fantastic. Then the first lot of stress comes in. You don't get the sales that you need, people don't pay you on time, you can't get the cash flow, you can't get the loan, you can't get that deal over the line. Stresses come in, so you stop sharing this because of the stress, and then you stop really working out what your war plan is, and you go into constant battle plan mode. In effect, you're doing a World War I business rather than a World War II business. Big fundamental difference between World War I and World War II. The troops knew what they were fighting for in World War II. They knew the vision was to liberate Germany and Europe from this nasty dictator person. World War I, yeah, we're just fighting for that bit of land. Then they're going to blow us up and they're going to take that bit of land back. And this is what's going on. It's this backwards, forwards, getting nowhere motion. And this is really important. It's the crucial difference between successful and unsuccessful people and businesses. Successful people and businesses. You've got to create a system to share this vision even when it gets stressful, even on top of yourself. So books, videos, writing it down, morning prayers. I love morning prayers. You know, it's one of my favourite things to do as a business. Get everyone together for 10 minutes in the morning, share what we're going to do today. You will see productivity rise on the days that you do that. Barclays Bank in Rayleigh, down the road, which is a little town near us, they open their branch on a Wednesday, an hour and a half later than every other day of the week, but everyone's in and they tell everyone what's got to be achieved that week. They've created a system to make sure their assembly is done. So what happens is some of you will go out here today and go, yeah, this is very good advice James has given us. We'll go out there and do that. So you'll do it for a couple of weeks and then stuff will get in the way. Or the first time you do it, it'll become like a session with the Prime Minister. Prime Minister's questions, everyone rowing, no one will ask any questions for the first 10 minutes, then someone will get going. And it'll go and it'll go and it'll build and it'll build and it'll be a 3-hour big old democracy meeting. But if you keep doing it consistently, it's a quick 5 minutes. And then all of this, oh, we're not getting the communication and all that. You know, there's loads of ways you can do this now. WhatsApp groups, secret Facebook groups. There's systems and processes to share this stuff. Are we doing it as good as we should be? No. Everyone can keep on improving it. Start the presentation now. Everyone enjoying it so far? Guys, this video is really powerful for the entrepreneur that wants to build a successful business. We looked at the Big M, how they did it. If you've got some ideas and comments on anything that I've missed, hit them below in the comments. And don't forget, if you want to come and see me live for free at one of my seminars, all the details are around this video, and I'll see you there.